Hey guys, this is Mrs. Hililich. This is a tutorial for the application called iMovie. This is an application that comes with Macs, hence the name iMovie. And you guys will be following along with this tutorial in creating your own iMovie. So the first thing you need to do is open up iMovie. You're going to go to your Finder, Applications, and then you're going to scroll down to iMovie. It's in alphabetical order. So you'll just need to go down to iMovie and open it up. It'll probably take a few seconds. I already have mine opened. So right here in your library, well, feel free to pause this video at any time or fast forward or rewind in case you missed a step. But you will be creating and following along with me. Okay, so once it opens, yours probably looks a little bit different because I already have a few events in here. I've made a couple of different videos, but you have your iPhoto library in case you import your pictures, all events, all projects, your library, and then you can have them divided up into dates. But we're going to start with a blank project, so we're going to go to Create. And you have two options, a movie or a trailer. A trailer is just like a Hollywood movie type trailer. It's really short and it has a template with it. Or you have your movie, which combines videos, photos, and music. And we're going to make our own movie, which is what we're going to do. So you'll select movie. You have a couple of themes to choose from, but we are going to use the no theme because we don't want it to restrict us with what we want to do. To name it, let's just leave it My Movie and go ahead and click OK. Alright, so what you have here is this is your preview station here, your preview window. When we start adding stuff, this is where you will see what it looks like. And this is our workspace down here. You can see that it has the title of your movie, what you've saved it as, and then you have the 0S means it's 0 second longs currently. Down here is our content library, which we will be using a lot of these. Transitions, titles, maps and backgrounds, iTunes, so with music, sound effects, and GarageBand. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to choose a title. So you'll click on that, and you'll be able to preview the titles by scrolling your cursor over it, like so. And see, you can preview it over to the right. So, our first title, go ahead and pick whichever one you want. To select it, you will click on it so it will be highlighted in yellow, and you will click and drag it down to your workspace. Okay? Right here, now you can see it says 4.0S. That means it's 4 seconds long, your title, which is kind of what it defaults to be, 4 seconds. Anything, a title that you add or a background, it always defaults to be 4 seconds in length. So we need to add a title, and we are just going to put iMovie tutorial. Okay, so we're typing up here. That's how you change the text. If you want to change the font, you can highlight and you can change the font. Okay, these are your different, to the left, center, or right, bold, italic, or outlined. Okay. And then here is your color, so if you want to select a different color. Okay, so at any time, if you want to preview it, you will, this little bar right here is where you will move it to preview it. So to preview from the beginning, you'll click at the beginning, press your space bar, and you will be able to preview your video thus far. Okay, if at any time you don't like it, you will click to highlight it so it's in yellow and just press delete and it's gone. Okay, you don't have to do that if you like your title. I'm just going to add it back. iMovie tutorial. Okay, so now we have a title. iMovie tutorial. Okay. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add a background. So over here, maps and background. They have a whole bunch of maps. If you want to use those, you can. We're not going to. But we're going to scroll down to our backgrounds. Choose one that you like. You're going to click and then drag it behind your title. Okay, again, you can see it defaults to be 4 seconds, and it's just a blank background. Okay, to this background, we want to add what our tutorial video is about. So we're going to go back to our titles, choose one that you like. Okay, I'm going to choose this one. So I want to add these words to my background. So I'm going to click to highlight it in yellow, and then I'm going to click and drag it down. So you can see the blue bar underneath my cursor. That means that that's where those words are going to start. And I want it to start at the beginning of my background. So I just drop it. And now you can see you have your background here, and you have your words over it, and that's above it. Okay, so here we're going to put this iMovie is about me. Okay, if your font is too big, you can change the font size here so that it fits. Okay. Feel free to play around with it. Like I said, at any time if you want to pause it or rewind, feel free to do that. But you're going to type in whichever font that you like. Feel free to change the size and the color. But you're going to write, this iMovie is about me, and then your name. Okay. Now over here, see where it says title text here? If I click anywhere, because I just added this, if I click anywhere, it automatically changes down here so you know what you've written. Alright, so to preview it, again, I'm going to put my yellow bar up here and I'm going to press the space bar. And now I can preview my video. Okay. So notice we're at 8 seconds now, and I can't see the beginning and the end in the same frame. So to change it, you can go to this bar and click to make it smaller. And your thumbnails now get smaller so you can see it better in your workspace. You don't have to do this. You can just scroll it at the bottom. It's totally up to you, whatever your preference is. Okay, so within this iMovie, you should now have the title, iMovie tutorial, and then what it's about. This iMovie is about me, and then your name. Okay. So now we want to add a transition between these two frames because it's just empty. So you're going to go to transitions, and these are your different transitions. Again, you can preview it in the preview box by just moving your cursor over the box. Okay, so look at those, pick one that you like. When you find one that you like, you're going to click and drag it down so it's in between. Okay, and now you have these two little arrows. And now you have a transition. Okay. The next thing that we're going to do is this iMovie is about us. It's about you, it's about me. It's about ourselves. So the first thing that we're going to do is add a picture of our favorite food. So to do that, you're going to go to google.com, and you're going to look up a picture of your favorite food. My favorite food is fajitas. I love fajitas. So you're going to go to Google Images, and this is your favorite food, whatever it is. If you like burgers or steak, McDonald's. Okay, you're going to look up your favorite food. Once you find a picture, you're going to click and drag it onto your desktop. Okay. So I clicked and I dragged it onto my desktop. Now I have the picture here. You want to make sure that it is a JPEG. Oops, where'd it go? I put it in a folder and I did not want to do that. Okay. You want to make sure that it is a JPEG file or JPG. It can be JPEG or JPG. From your desktop, you can click and drag it onto your workspace. So now I have this awesome picture of fajitas. Okay, to edit this picture, this is where you edit it. You can enhance it, which it automatically enhances. You could change the coloration, make it black and white here. And then right here is where you can crop it. Okay, so if you want it to fit, you'll click that. Crop to fill. This is where you crop it yourself. So if you just want a small section. Okay, and then the Ken Burns is a really cool effect. See where it has the start box? That means that the frame starts with this box and it scales down and it ends here. So I'll show you what it looks like. See how it starts at the top and it scrolls down? That is the Ken Burns effect. Okay, so you could start it where it's a small box in the center and make it so that it ends large, so it scales out. Okay, so you can play around with that. So now we have a picture of our favorite food, but we need to say what that is. So we're going to go over to titles, and you're going to find a title that you like, and you're going to click and drag it down so that it is above. See how it fits into that frame? You're going to put the title above, and you're going to put my favorite food is. Okay, I'm going to put my favorite food is fajitas, but you will be putting whatever your favorite food is. Okay, so now if you preview it, you have my favorite food is fajitas with that really awesome picture of your favorite food. Alright, so now you know how to add a picture from Google Images as well as put words with it. The next thing that we're going to do is we're actually going to add a video from YouTube of your favorite sport. Okay, so you're going to go to youtube.com and you're going to find a video of your favorite sport. My favorite sport is volleyball. One thing that you want to make sure is you don't want it to be a really long video because it's going to take a really long time. So if anything, just find like one play. Maybe make it like a minute or two maximum. Okay, so this one's a minute 15. You're going to click on it, preview it, find the one that you like. And what we're going to do is you're going to go to the website because you want to convert that YouTube video to a MP4 format so that we can use it. So you're going to go to this URL right here, youtubeinmp4.com. And what you're going to do is copy the YouTube video URL and paste it over here. Okay, you're going to download it, and then you're going to click on download MP4. Alright, I already have a video downloaded, that way we don't have to wait. So I have this MP4 right here. See, it's the MP4 format of volleyball. So what I'm going to do is click and just drag it in to my iMovie. Okay, why I said you didn't want it to be a very long one is because it imports the entire video. So this video is about 2 minutes long, and we don't want to use those 2 minutes. So what we want to do is crop it down. How you do that is you highlight it so it's yellow around, and see when I put my cursor over the very beginning, there's 2 arrows pointing left and right. This is where we can trim or extend the clip, and we want to trim it down to like 10 seconds. So we're just going to click and drag it. Okay, and right here I can see how long it is, but I want... Okay, so now it's still 55 seconds. Now I'm going to trim it from the end. I'm going to click and drag that in. I'm going to make it about 10 seconds long. Okay, when I'm done, I just drop it. So now I can see this clip is 10 seconds long. Right here. So to preview, I'm just going to click right here, press my space bar, and now we can preview the clip. Okay, so now you have just added a YouTube video to your iMovie. Alright, the next thing that you want to do is you want to add some words to that because you want people to know what you're talking about. So I'm going to add text. So we're going to go to our titles. Find a title that you like. When you find it, you will just click and drag it. Now if you, see I'm still holding on to it. If I drop it at the beginning, it defaults to 4 seconds. So we're going to go ahead and drop that. And that means that, see how the purple bar, that's our text bar. And it doesn't extend the whole video, which is fine. You can change it. If you want your words there, you just have to click so it's highlighted in yellow and drag it to make it the length of the video. Okay, but we're going to click on that and see how it highlights. We're going to put my favorite sport is volleyball. I'm going to make that about 4 seconds. Alright, so let's preview what we have. Okay? So, let's preview, well, we need transitions in here between the frames. So we're going to go to transition. I'm just